Wrong place. I marked the wrong place. You're going to the wrong place. How are you that fast? Actually, I think that's the wrong place too.
Stop it.
No, I actually am not sure. Okay, just the divot. Let's see.
Where? Just go to it.
I'm looking around. I'm blind. I don't know where it is. I remember
Just
doing
go to
it.
it.
I think it's somewhere over here. Go outside the divot, not in the divot. It's my last shot. Okay, I'm out of ammo.
Ow.
I didn't even shoot you. Smart pants.
I took fall damage.
What?
Smart pants.
How do you take fall damage? How do I fall off the divot?
Or where? I feel like a forbidden location's around here.
Where?
Somewhere around here.
His smarty pants. It's over here. Hey, dude, can you spare some heavy ammo?
I don't have any.
Oh, look at me. Let's see. How did I...
Where is it?
I'll show you in a bit. Yeah, it's here. It's up there. Wait, not yet. No, give me balloons. You don't know exactly where it is. Give me balloons.
I ran out.
Give me a balloon. I'm out of ammo, so I can't shoot. Slowly climb up. You don't even know where it is.
Where is it?
I'm a wizard! Stop shooting me! I'm not gonna show you if you keep shooting me. Okay, now. Okay, yeah, load up. I'm not. Oh, get some. Ah! It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. The storm isn't gonna kill us yet. Ah.
No!
You fell off?
No!
You fell off?
Fell off.
Come
Yep.
on, come back up. I'm gonna keep healing till I. Hurry up! Come on, come on, come on. Just come over here. Come on. Dance.
No!
Okay, now you know what it is. You can do it all by yourself. I'm healing
Going
myself.
back in. I'm going back in.
I crashed.
For a second, like, well, do we get in? Is this Jack's own personal elevator? What do we do? I don't know what Jaden was thinking, but you know what she did? She just walked in. So I followed right behind her, and there we were. With Jack's films, the door closes, we're in a small space, he's a YouTube star, and keep in mind my hand's still bleeding. I immediately strike up a conversation. Hey Jack, I was in one of your videos. He goes, oh really, which one? In your tube news, you were scrolling through your Twitter notifications and I was in there for a couple frames. And then Jaden said that she was in one of his tweets. Jack made a tweet complaining about all the people named Jack that were going to VidCon, and Jaden's name was there at the bottom blurred out. So then Jack says something like, oh, that's cool, so what do you guys do? And I said, oh, I make YouTube videos, it's kinda stupid. Because I'm so used to telling other people I meet that I make stupid videos, but then he says, it's not stupid. And I think, oh, he's right! It's not stupid! I told you this trip was life-changing. And then we told him the names of our channels, and then the doors open. We weren't in there for that long. And he goes, oh, it was great to meet you guys. And then he shakes Jaden's hand, and that's when I remember, oh, that's right, I'm bleeding. So he shakes Jaden's hand, and then before he even gets a chance to shake mine, I just walk out and I don't look back. He probably thought I was really weird. But the story doesn't end there, nope. So I think, man, this would be a great video. I'm gonna make this whole experience a video, right? So later, after I was properly bandaged, me and Jaden go to this secret backstage food place where all the YouTubers go and eat because they can't eat in public. People aren't supposed to know we eat food. And we see Jack's films, and we also see Markiplier and Boogie.
I'm sorry for stalking you guys.
And I have to tell him that I'm making a video about this. So me and Jaden get our food. Jack is finishing up the conversation that he's having with the only other person at his table. As soon as that guy leaves, we go up to him and I go, hey Jack, I'm gonna make a video about us in the elevator. Why? Because I was bleeding out of my hand the whole time. And then he laughed, I got him to laugh. So then I said, so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. That's all I wanted to say, goodbye. So that was me meeting Jack's Films for the first time. I just realized I never mentioned who Jack's Films was. I just assumed all my viewers knew him and his videos. I also just realized that I have no proof that this actually happened except for mine and Jaden's word. And also Jax's word if you're watching. Have any of you guys ever bled in front of a YouTuber that you looked up to in an elevator? Tell me below in the comments. VidCon was super awesome. Like seriously, meeting all my fans and having so many people excited to see me and my friends was so surreal. So originally I was going to make a video talking about Boy Scouts because I was a Boy Scout, but then as I was writing the script I thought about all the fun things I did as a Cub Scout. So here we are. Cub Scouts is something you can do before you're old enough to be a Boy Scout. It's not required to do Cub Scouts to be a Boy Scout. It's just if you're up to it or if your parents signed you up, you can do it. Now you're already pretty young when you can start doing Boy Scouts. It's why it's called Boy Scouts, not Man Scouts. You can start doing Cub Scouts when you're 7. At what point does it just become babysitting in uniform? So all you people watching over the age of 7, let me tell you what you missed out on. Unlike Boy Scouts that wear a tan uniform, Cub Scouts wear a dark blue uniform. Now there are 4 ranks to the Cub Scouts. There were some requirements you had to do to go up the ranks, but if you went to the meetings every week, you'd be fine. You didn't have to do anything on your own time. And even if you did all the requirements in the rank, you still had to be in the rank for at least a year. So basically the ranks were based on your age. When you were 7 years old in 1st grade, you were a Tiger Scout. The 2nd graders were the Wolf Scouts, the 3rd graders were the Bear Scouts, and the 4th graders, aka the really cool ones because you're the oldest. Actually, before I tell you, just guess what the mascot for the 4th and final rank of Cub Scouts is. Leave your guesses in the comment box below. Just kidding, don't do that, I don't care. We have a tiger, a wolf, and a bear. That rhymed. What animal is cooler than all 3 of those? I'll tell you, nothing. And that was the mascot. There was no mascot. Welcome to the real world, 4th graders. There's no such thing as cartoon anthropomorphic animals. So if you did guess anything in the comments, you were wrong. I told you not to guess. The 4th and final rank of Cub Scouts was called Weebelows. Weebelows. Very fitting name. It goes Tiger, Wolf, Bear, Weebelows? What kind of animal is that? Apparently it's supposed to stand for We Be Loyal Scouts, cause we talk like pirates. Don't worry, Cub Scouts, I'll make you a mascot for the Weebelows. Here, it's a made-up animal for a made-up word. Use it however you like. The Wikipedia page also talked about a bobcat badge, but I don't remember doing that, so that's whatever, it's not important. I can't even remember what we did as Cub Scouts. We would just meet at some person's house. I think it was one of the kids' moms, and she just had some activity for us to do outside and we would just play. My mom told me that she was my scout leader for a year, but I don't remember that. I do remember we talked about bike safety, and I remember I fell off my bike a lot. I still got the award though. Each rank had a handbook that said what activities you would do, and I looked on Google for pictures of the handbook, and I found these books with gritty, serious, tough covers. And I was shocked because the handbooks I grew up with had the mascots on them, and I liked it. The old books were cute and had pictures pictures. You're not trying to get rid of the mascots, are you, Cub Scouts? I think it's funny that each mascot gets progressively unhealthier, which is why my Weebelo mascot looks the way it does. And I think I might be suppressing this memory, but every time we went up a rank, there would be this award ceremony thrown by the leaders, and I think we metaphorically drank the blood of the mascot. I mean, it was really just fruit juice, but...
Hello.
Hey TJ.
Hey, James.
Do you remember Cub Scouts?
Yeah.
Did we, whenever we went up the ranks, did we metaphorically drink the blood of the mascot?
I think that's just something our leaders did. Like, some leaders chose to do it and ours did, but I don't think everyone did it.
Oh, we had weird leaders.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Okay, bye TJ. So another thing we did as Cub Scouts was go to this thing called Cub Scout Day Camp. I don't know if it was just an Arizona thing, but I hated it. Cub Scout Day Camp took camping and made it unfun. And surprisingly, even as a 7 and 8-year-old, I loved camping. Really, James? Someone who sits in front of the computer all day drawing Pokemon? You like toughing it out and sleeping in the woods? Yes! Oh, yes! If you've never been camping, get on that! I'm talking about real camping though, not this day camp. Cub Scout Day Camp was during the summer, an Arizona summer, and we would get up super early, like 8 o'clock, eat breakfast at home, and then you and your whole troop carpooled for about 2 hours to camp. There were a bunch of other Cub Scout troops that met there too. It was a pretty big thing. You were supposed to pack your own lunch, and all the other boys had really cool lunches like Lunchables and Go-Gurts and, ironically, Suabway. I was jealous of kids with Suabway sandwiches, and all my mom packed me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on wheat bread. So before the day even starts, I'm already in a bad mood. You start the day sitting in this big auditorium, but it's outside. The leaders would tell you to drink lots of water, and they actually gave all the troops a bag of water balloons, and they wanted us to throw them at each other because that would keep us moist and not die of heat stroke. But water balloons are stupid because 90% of the time they don't even break on impact. You're just beating some poor kid to death with a bag of water. Then you would separate into your troop, and there was a rotation of activities for you to do all day. We ate dinner, and then we went back to the auditorium, and some of the leaders put on a play. I mean, it was a pretty dumb play, but I was invested in the story. But then at 10 p.m., you went home. You didn't even get to sleep in a tent. Sleeping in a tent is one of the most fun things about camping. And also, the whole time, we didn't get a campfire because it's dangerous to have fire around 7 to 10-year-olds or something. But they did let us do archery, because that's safe. Then the next day, you went back and you did it all over again. And then you would do it for a third day too. So 3 days of this. 3 days of people throwing water balloons at you, and you can't get them back because you have a weak throwing arm. And you're probably wondering, James, what's with all the complaining? This sounds like fun. I mean, sure, other kids probably had fun. I might have been a little dramatic as an 8-year-old. One time on the second day of camping, I was clumsy and I kept falling off the rocks that I was climbing on, and I kept getting all these scrapes and bruises, and they really hurt. And then we went swimming. That was one of the activities. There was a swimming pool. But just being the little punk kid that I was like, no, I don't want to go swimming. So they made me sit off to the side, and they said I couldn't swim. But then later I was like, I want to go swimming now. After you swam, the leaders told you to check your shoes for scorpions, and I remember I didn't check because I hated everyone. And you know the play the leaders put on at the end of the day? It was split up into 3 parts, 1 part for each day. So it was left on a cliffhanger. I wanted to go see it, but everyone else in the troop wanted to play with water balloons. And I never found out how the play ended. The next morning when I was supposed to leave for the 3rd day, I told my mom that I didn't want to go, and she had to tell the carpool that her son didn't want to go because he's a huge puss. And then afterwards, when they were handing out the awards, I didn't get a single award because I didn't go the 3rd day. So I didn't finish any of the activities. And then I never went back to Cub Scout Day Camp since. And that's why I hated it. Whoa, I didn't even mention the Pinewood Derby. I didn't even mention the Pinewood Derby! So I liked Cub Scouts. I think it's good because it makes you go outside and supposedly... Hey, just a heads up, don't get too attached to any of the hamsters mentioned in this video, because they're all dead. And I would say that no hamsters were harmed in the making of this video. Well, I mean, no hamsters were harmed while I made this video. They're all still dead, but some hamsters, they got harmed. Just keep watching. If there's anything I've learned that the internet just loves is stupid drama and cute animals. So I'm gonna talk about all the cute hamsters that I've enslaved. Our family enslaved quite a lot. It was my twin sister who really wanted a pet hamster and bugged my mom to get one. And my mom, being super nice, bought her the cage, and we bought everything else, including a little black hamster. We named him Squeaks. And he liked to do this really cute thing where he put all of his food in his hamster wheel, and it was made of plastic so he could do that. And then late at night, he would just run in it, and it would sound like... It was like a more annoying maraca. I actually made a comic on paper inspired by this hamster. Wow, you got a hamster? Yeah, but he doesn't do much. Well, yeah, this type of hamster is nocturnal. Really? That means I'll hardly notice him. And then at night, he's trying to sleep, but the hamster is loud, and that's keeping him awake. And the joke is that he said he'd hardly notice him, and he's noticing him. It's not that funny. And I need to tell you about a dog that we have named Georgie. And actually, a little fun fact about Georgie. She was born on Election Day of 2004, which is a much cooler holiday to have a birthday on. It only comes once every 4 years. It's like leap year. It's more rare. So since George W. Bush won the 2004 election, we named our dog Georgie after him. Aww. And that also means that our 12th birthday was on the 2nd. I definitely won't be able to get this video out by that time, but still. Happy birthday to you. Yay! So Georgie can get the birthday, because it's her birthday, and Poppy can get the girl, because she's a girl. Do you like it? I wonder if this tastes good. Oh. Did you eat it? This is a huge waste of money. Anyway, back to rodents. This dog just loved to murder these animals. Well, I don't know if murder's the right word. No, murder's the right word. You have to understand that Georgie is a West Highland Terrier, and that breed is known for hunting small animals. So having Georgie and a hamster in the same house doesn't mix well. We had this little plastic hamster ball that we put Squeaks in sometimes. The first time we put Squeaks into his plastic ball, my older brother bowled him. Like a bowling ball? PETA, don't sue me. I was vegan for a week. And Georgie thought it was a treat just for her. A treat with a hard outer shell and a juicy middle. She would go straight up rabid wolf on that hamster ball. We didn't put Squeaks inside his hamster ball anymore after that. But there's even more to say about this hamster. One day, me and my sister came home from school and Squeaks was just gone. He escaped. Everyone check your pockets! We looked everywhere and we couldn't find him. We had to keep a close eye on Georgie at all times. My sister put up missing posters around the house. I don't know if those helped. We made these traps out of Duplo. Did anyone else's parents get them Duplo instead of Legos? No, only my parents were that lame? All right. We built this box thing out of Duplo and we made these stairs going up to the top of the box and we put lettuce on each step. And the plan was that the hamster would walk up the stairs and fall in the box because they're stupid. But the traps never worked. And all the hamsters we got in the future that also escaped, we made the same traps and not once did they ever work. 4 days. Squeaks was missing for 4 days. We found his body inside the wall. He was alive! My dad was sitting on the couch relaxing. It was dead quiet, and he just heard the faintest. Squeaks was inside the wall. We think he got in through our laundry chute. I don't know what I would do if my kid's hamster was inside the wall of my house. Well, kids, now's an important time I teach you about death. My dad ended up cutting 3 holes in the wall and lured Squeaks out with some lettuce. Poor thing, he was probably starving. Hopefully he kept some extra food in his cheeks. So even being tormented by the dog and getting stuck in the wall for 4 days, Squeaks still lived a fulfilling 2 years of life. Hamsters don't have that long a lifespan. We buried him in the backyard. After the Squeaks dynasty, we got some more hamsters. Squeaks 2, that was the next one. We thought maybe if we introduced Squeaks 2 to Georgie, then they could be friends and get along. I'll spare you the details of what happened that night. The next one we named Killer because he kept biting us, so get it? Killer? Yeah, he ended up getting killed. Nah, I'm just kidding. He wasn't killed. He lived a long and normal hamster life. Squeaks 2 was killed though. I don't know if you picked up on that. We bought these 3 little hamsters. Seriously, they're the most adorable little things. They look like this. I forgot their names. We'll just call them the 3 amigos. Aw. The lady at the pet store told us that if we bought hamsters from the same litter, they would all get along. She was obviously just trying to sell us more hamsters. Or maybe she didn't have any siblings. But these bros just hated each other. They would never stop fighting. As I was writing the script for this, I thought, well, maybe they were just aggressively playing. So I Googled, do hamsters play with each other? Just to be sure. And the first thing that showed up, dwarf hamsters, which is what the 3 amigos were, are quite territorial and will not see former cage mates as old friends. They see them as threatening rivals. So there we go. You really know your hamsters, lady. So we had to get 3 different cages for them. We put them right next to each other, and I swear they still gave each other some death glares. I actually made a video a long time ago about this time I broke one of their cages. I was cleaning it outside, and for whatever reason, I was like, I wonder if I could stand on it. The answer, no, I couldn't. The glass broke and I bled everywhere, and I still have the scar on my foot. And then all the 3 amigos died off, one by one. Sorry, I'm getting really emotional. We also had this other hamster named Buddy, and I wasn't going to mention him because he just escaped and we never found him, except as—
Oh, you scared me so much. No,
Hi.
you scared me so much.
Hello. tier 2? You got the to him.
I got tier 2.
I'm almost so close to him. Wait, what level are you?
So what?
Level are you?
Oh, I'm level 18.
Level 8.
Oh yes, I'm level 17. I'm level 17.
I know, I'm already 17.
Me too.
What?
So ready up,
Where are
ready
you
up.
at? Hold on, I can't ready up. Let me.
Tier 12. Rejoin
Tier
tutorial.
12.
We're past tier 12.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave the party and then.
Join back, yeah.
Savvy, I feel like you bought tiers.
No, he didn't.
I only got one.
I got 2. I bought tier 11 and I bought tier
Oh, guys, you can still upgrade dire. If you go down fully on challenges, it would say.
I know.
My friend didn't know that. My friend didn't know that. So when he went, so after a match we played Team Rumble and he got
Guys, ready up.
got a different diet. What? You can still get that? I'm like, yeah.
Guys, Noah.
GE Fortnite.
Yeah.
Noah, guys.
Yeah. Ready up?
Finally, I'm not lagging.
As my mom was reading over the script, because she reads over my scripts, thanks mom, she turned to me and said, "Did we ever tell you what happened to Buddy?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You know how we couldn't find him? Well, we did, but the dog got to him first. This one time I wanted to buy a ham."
You should try the burger. It tastes good. Con cheese. Yeah.
A default jet taking my pump. Bop. Bop. Did you know
Salty.
Hamulo.
Hey.
Oh, I got the season 7 umbrella.
Season 7. You won a match?
Yeah.
Which? In what?
What? That's such a lie. That's actually a lie. Okay, maybe it's not a lie.
No, never mind. No, it's solo. Did you actually win it?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I have a feeling he won a squads match.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No, I actually wanna.
Or a duos
First of all,
match.
you're still a default, and just saying not in
I'm not gonna say
offense that you
what I
kill
found.
that you're still a default.
Okay, that's kind of offensive.
Hey, I
That's
said I'm not
offensive.
trying to be offensive. It's not offensive as I could be.
That's offensive. That's
No,
really
they say not if you say that you're not gonna be offensive.
That's actually really offensive.
Noah thought
Yay! I'm the first one with full shield.
Noah thought I was
No,
joking.
I'm gonna be the second.
Yes.
Noah thought I was joking, but then he saw the umbrella. He's like, oh,
No, first one. See, first one with full shield.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the last, probably.
But you probably won a squad match. 'Cause I don't believe that you won a solo.
I want a solo, jeez.
That's so lie. Then how am I so better than you?
Did she know, like, did she?
No, but I know that I'm better than you, so that's impossible that you actually got soloed.
I did get a solo win, right?
Unless everyone in your match was a noob, there's no way that you would have a solo
I got an
win.
easy match, cause I was running around and all the people
thought you
I
already
saw were
first.
defaults.
Okay, was everybody in your match a default, like a noob?
Yeah, there was only one skin,
I'm still thinking
I'm
that you're
shooting around
lying.
the place.
What do you mean? Okay, this guy is honestly untrustworthy.
Who landed tomato? I'm coming.
Look, I
Whoever
don't
landed-
believe me.
Okay, I'm coming to pick you up. My
Not
airplane.
Oh, if there's an airplane here, then no need. I think there is one here.
I'm really craving that burger still.
Eating a burger?
Yeah, I was eating a small burger. It's really small. It's a junior sized burger. A junior.
Oh, who wants a blue heavy AR?
I'll take it.
Nah, oh wait, I forgot. I said I wouldn't say what I found.
It's a heavy AR.
No, it isn't. Shush.
I'll take it.
It's not. No, it's not a heavy AR. It's a golden scar. Dang it! I said it. I'm gonna get a new plane because mine's almost broken.
I'm flying upside down.
I'm gonna try to keep in the sky.
How come if you default enter the balloon, you use it?
Ooh.
Noah, remember how I friended you? I friended you because one day I remembered your username, so I searched it up and then friended you.
Guys, after this run, I need to go.
Why?
I'm gonna go shopping.
I hate when you go shopping.
It always takes so long, Noah.
It's like you're shopping for something that isn't even there.
Tori, can you let me on your plane?
I know. I'm just flying. Oh wow, my plane's almost broken. I'm gonna go turn around and get a new one.
Then you should have. There is no new ones. Sorry to leave.
Wait, someone took the last one?
Yeah, it was me. What? Such a glitch.
There were 3. One. There has to be.
I took one, and then I think someone else on our team took another one.
Nah. I would have seen it. To get a new plane.
Oh dang! People are shooting at my plane.
Hello, fellas.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Wait, do you guys have any kills yet?
No.
Dude!
Bobby, do you have a kill?
No, I'm driving.
I have a
You mean
How can I have a
piloting?
kill?
You could shoot someone or run them over.
But I was in an airplane, and I only have 2 guns. But I only have 2 guns. I know. It's a really good gun, but I just have I have no control of using it. But I have no control over
After
it.
this match, I'm gonna finish Minecraft story mode. So I'm gonna be after.
Tournaments are easy.
I know, they're so last season. I'm using the supply drop as base.
guy. I have no shotgun. Oh dang it, John Wick! He only killed me because I had low health. Yes.
Dude, John Wick's so easy.
Oh, come on, these guys are crazy.
All you have to do is outsmart it.
Does anybody have kill? Does anybody have a kill?
I do.
I do.
Noah, do you have
kill
one?
anybody.
Oh. I know. I had this once. I sometimes get it if something has too much and I lose concentration, or if I don't follow my plan and sneak up behind people and kill them. I'm a surprise attacker. I like to get them.
I hope this match is over soon because I really want to get the first stage. Is this? It's first.
2 kills. Let's go. That's 2 kills.
Not get any kills.
I got 3 kills already.
5 thingamabobber. Oh wait, no.
As long as you know and keep focus on who's shooting you, then you got kills. So just try to actually focus on the people who you shoot. Target them, target their kills. No one's a son, turn up for elso. Non ti follow con lo stesso. Ho la
Come on. You guys have 3 kills?
I have 3 kills. I have 3.
No, you have 5. It says you have 5.
Yeah, 3 is over. Okay, we all know how much kills we have. I have 3. And Noah still has 0.
I have 1 now.
Okay, good. Yes!
Mole, mole.
Oh, come
No,
on.
what?
So crazy.
Oh, these hackers!
Mole,
I have 4
mole.
kills. Noah, how do you have 5 kills already? How do you have 5 kills already, Noah? Noah, how do you have 5 kills already? Really? How do I have 5 kills? I'm actually gonna go try hard mode on every single person. Oh, this guy is such a doo-doo poo.
Guys,
Noah.
I need to go. Bye.
Okay, bye. Guys, this is amazing. I actually just scared this guy out of the plane. I actually scared him. Scared. I scared this guy out of the plane because I got onto his plane. No, I got onto his plane. No, I got onto his plane and then...
Shotgunned you.
Shut up.
He shotgunned you. What are you talking about? You died.
Be quiet.
What of you?
You said
So-
shoot up. That's a good word.
Talking over me. Karma.
Karma what?
Talking over me.
There's no karma for talking.
Anyway, I jumped onto the guy's foot.
With the shotty.
Yeah, I'm muting him.
This guy's so weird. No, honestly.
I muted Abimael.
He just said you're so annoying.
Garbage too. Like,
Wait, Abimael or me?
You and him said annoying at the same time.
Well, he should learn a lesson for talking over me. But he's trash and trash.
And okay, Zatori just said you were trash. And
They smell like fart.
I still have him on video, guys.
Smells like a fart. Calm down.
You're actually trash, but
okay, Zatori, he just said you're actually trash. Now be quiet, that's
Still
what
a
he said.
default. That's the guy who's still a default life on Fortnite.
down in the open, buddy.
Robin, hop on.
Yo, I killed him! Foot shot! I hit this guy a foot shot and then I killed him. That was... Now he just said, yo, Zatori's some trash.
I'm glad I heard that. He was talking like.
If you had Noah, we would have won.
Hamster, and I saw some that
Just
were on
saying,
sale,
this is
and there was
him
this
right
piece
now
of paper
to me.
next to the cage that
This is
said,
what I think
"Please
of him."
adopt us." Oh,
As a crybaby?
Yes. And this is how I think of me. And this is what I would do if he cries.